Welcome back to Grizzly Bites. My name is Scott McDonald. We're here for the 2015-16 season, and I'm joined, as always, by Athletic Director Jeff Konya. And Jeff, welcome to another season of Golden Grizzlies Athletics.
Yeah, it's exciting times.
It is exciting. Well, we had our student athlete welcome back on Tuesday night there at the Motor City Soundboard. What a venue.
It's an incredible venue. I think just the technology and the atmosphere and the sound, no pun intended, it was a great time for our student athletes. So we showed a movie, gave them some content for the upcoming year, some of the things we're looking to do as in athletics, and it was well received and a fun time.
And the president, Dr. Hine, made his way down there, did a little intro to the students. That was great to see him come down there. And he's really invested in athletics and this university.
Absolutely. Dr. Hine is a huge supporter of what we're trying to do in athletics. He loves talking about all the accolades that our student athletes do, particularly in the classroom and in the community with community service and student athlete development issues. But he was down there to meet and greet and welcome all the student athletes back for what we are anticipating to be a great year. And as part of his comments, really reflected around these T-shirts that we're wearing.
They did. That was a nice segue into these T-shirts that we're wearing, these Wear the Bear T-shirts that we designed this year and handed out to all the incoming students here on campus.
Yeah, it was the second year of the Wear the Bear campaign, and we're real proud of that campaign, and just all the marketing and the attendance and the interest around that campaign. And Dr. Hine made reference to it during his opening comments the other night of how he wanted to be like Superman and take his shirt and tie off and have the Wear the Bear.
That would have been sweet if he did that too.
If he would have done a full-on Superman, it would have been something to see. But him referencing that and being proud and just seeing the hashtag Wear the Bear all around campus is certainly helping us. And to that point, the increased activity and interest in the Grizz gang, it speaks volumes to us working together with student organizations like that.
And the Grizz gang has had a heck of a turnout so far. They're over 300. Last year they were just over 100. So they're doing a great job. But talking about the hashtag Wear the Bear, where if students use that and they can get seen on our website, we also are talking about our story this year. We want to tell Oakland's story. We have a lot of successful accomplishments. And so now we're going with the hashtag Our Story. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's our story. It's hashtag capital O, capital U, our story. And it, again, came out of a brainchild within our marketing, yourself and Patrick McNeil and Taylor Blakely and some of our staff, really have crafted this wonderful messaging around hashtag our story, which is going to permit and allow our athletics to showcase our student athletes and our constituents and sponsors and donors and just tell all the things that we do under that hashtag and that moniker. And I think it's going to really dovetail really nice with the hashtag Wear the Bear. You work so hard to have something resonate with the folks that you're supposed to be serving in the social networking, and we're going to have two hashtags that I think are going to be readily accepted and readily used, and that's a huge success from a marketing standpoint.
And the final thing we kind of touched on at the welcome back was the McCafferty Trophy that Oakland won last year. And just looking at it this year, like, hey, let's just go out and compete the way we know we can, and hopefully at the end of the year you're winning another McCafferty Trophy. But I like the way you kind of put that, like, hey, we're not trying to repeat. We're just trying to be successful. Yeah,
I think, again, we're a means-driven organization and not an ends-driven organization. And so if we just put all our focus on winning the McCafferty, that would be okay. But we really want to be about the process, and our process talks about our sustained success. And if we're able to do that across all of our teams and within the department and all of our policies and procedures, then you're setting yourself up for long-term gains as well. So we are hopeful that it's going to result in some incredible athletic performances, and it's going to result in some of those accolades like a McCafferty. But just focusing on that, I think, stops short and really puts the emphasis where it needs to be, and that's each and every day on the student-athlete experience and what we're looking to do. And to be honest with you, we have a unique opportunity in the next couple of years with myself and Dr. Hind. Dr. Hind is the chair of all the presidents and the chancellors within the Horizon League, and I'm chairing the athletic directors with the Horizon League. So as we have board meetings and strategic meetings, we are able to help guide and hopefully be of an asset to our fellow institutions and their leadership as we move forward. So we're going to be in sync with what's going on in the Horizon League, and hopefully we can have that be reflective in our athletics endeavor as well.
Did the Horizon League know what they were getting themselves into when they asked you guys to chair it, especially yourself?
No, they did not.
They obviously don't come to any of our admin meetings.
They did not, no.
Well, that's exciting news for sure. Finally, the ESPN games were released yesterday. Oakland University has 5 games through the league and then a 6th game now with Virginia being on ESPN. How important is it for the team to be that visible on national platforms such as ESPN?
It's incredibly important to branding and marketing, but as far as recruiting and perceptions, and we think we're going to have a great product this year and moving forward. And the ability to do that on ESPN and what they're able to offer on linear television being ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, or what's over the air. And so being able to achieve 6 of those games, that's a remarkable accomplishment for a mid-major in today's environment, and I think it just speaks to the sustained success that basketball has had and what could be the promise of even greater success with this team and moving forward.
And you just got back from Spain. You were there with the men's basketball team. Great trip, 3-0 out there. Talk a little bit about what you saw over there and maybe your favorite moment over there in Spain.
Well, my favorite moment is behind the scenes. It had nothing to do with basketball. It had to do with how close the team was. How they really embraced the education and learning about the culture over in Spain, being in Barcelona and in Ibiza and Valencia, and going to the top of a cathedral tower and overlooking the entire city of Valencia. These are, breathtaking views and once-in-a-lifetime kind of memories that we were able to forge on that trip for these student athletes. And the basketball really was secondary. Not that it wasn't important, but it was really a statement in terms of culture and learning, and they behaved unbelievable. Our men's basketball, they were great stewards of American society and their interactions with everybody they came in contact with. Everybody knew who they were based off of how they were dressing and how tall they are. But it was just a really positive experience for everybody that was associated with that trip.
That's great. One of our former great players, Derek Nelson, used to always joke when somebody asked him at the airport, "What sport do you play?" He'd say men's golf. So that was always quite funny for me, a nice memory. But well, that's great news. Great trip from Spain. A lot of exciting times. Take me. Students are back on campus. What was your first day of class like as a freshman?
Oh, I don't even remember the first day of class. I think I was way over my head taking the classes I was taking. But I remember orientation, the freshman orientation, and it's so intimidating when you go to campus for the first time and you're in and among so many different individuals. And I remember just sitting there and listening to the information, and it goes in one ear and out the other, and you're just you're taking stock of your situation, like, wow, I really am here for the next 4 or 5 years, and man, I've made it. This is college. I mean, there's no more. The letter and the acceptance. I mean, it's in real time. And I think those are kind of the memories that you'll kind of look back to, is that realization that you're finally made it to college, and you can embrace it and you can touch it and it's visible. And so my first classes, I couldn't even tell you what I was taking, let alone what they were like.
Thanks so much, Jeff, and thank you to everybody for joining us for this edition of Grizzly Bites. We look forward to seeing everybody homecoming weekend. A lot of events on campus with volleyball, men's and women's soccer, and a lot of our other sports having their alumni back. So it'll be an exciting time. And as always, thanks for joining us and have a great day.